And we welcome you live after a long off week, back here in Suzuka, here for Formula Allegiant Round 7. We're here qualifying. It has gone underway about 5 minutes into qualifying as there's just in Jewel going across the dirt there. But yeah, we're back live here for the first time in like 2 weeks. Obviously, last race was Austria with a reverse weekend. This one just had a regular weekend, just a Friday night, at least for the U.S. But yeah, I'm joined with Maddox Beard here in the booth. So yeah, welcome Maddox Beard to the booth once again.
Yep, it's good to be back racing again in Formula Allegiant as we enter kind of the mid-season part of the year as Race Crown is now in qualifying.
Yep. Obviously, it's as you can see, it's a pretty low driver count tonight. The off week just kind of shook things up with the attendance, and also it is a holiday weekend for the U.S. and a lot of these drivers are Americans, so that could also have a play in it. But yeah, we're gonna have 6 drivers tonight once Royce Crown gets in his car. Yeah. Royce Crown has, I believe, 2 wins this season. Last race it was Jack Ward who won, but Royce Crown won the reverse race in Austria. But that doesn't technically count to a Grand Prix win. Um, but yeah, 6 drivers here is fastest right now, 129.4, set by Justin Jewell. Justin Jewell making his first start since Spain because
Oh,
he got
wow.
a 3-race ban. As wow, good lap from Jaden Sadek. He goes top of the board with a 128.0. Yeah, a big kind of skill spread right now between first and fifth, but I'm sure people are gonna go a little bit faster. As yeah, Jaden Sadek though, top of the board here. But yeah, going back to Justin Jewell, he's in his garage right now. But Justin Jewell, he's returning this race after a 3-race ban from his actions at Spain. So he's making his first start since Spain in the Ferrari.
Yeah, definitely didn't have the best of driving at Spain, but yeah, he's back. Going back to Jane Sadek, he seems really fast. It's hard to think he doesn't have a win in Formula Allegiant yet. He's definitely raced a while, but he's looking to get that first win today. I don't know if rain is expected. Definitely not in qualifying, but yeah, I think also Race Crown once he gets out on track, but yeah, he's out on track now. This is a good opportunity for him to extend his points championship because let's see. I don't think Jack Ward cannot race tonight, as well as um, Ryan Ocon, Dylan Tate cannot race. So 3 out of the 5 drivers in the top 5 points cannot race. That's good for Royce Crown. He's trying to extend his championship lead as we enter the middle part of the year, as he's on his outlap here.
Yep. There's Royce Crown. I was watching Justin Jewell, but yeah, here is the Williams Royce Crown heading up into the hairpin here on his outlap. Gonna make his first lap here today in Japan. This track definitely a pretty iconic track for F1 or even racing in general. Definitely, really iconic. It's also it's also just a pretty historic track overall. So a lot of championship-defining moments in real life here with. I believe it's like Senna and Prost. Like I don't even know what year it was. It was in like the 80s, but I think it might have been the 90s actually. But it was when they both collided in the chicane that shook up the championship. And there's been a lot of moments that's happened here in Japan, and even in Formula
Oh,
Legion. Oh, yeah, it's Billy Crager off, but even in Formula Legion, we've seen some big moments here. Obviously, Sam Lewis last season got a 5-place grid penalty here, so that shook up the race. He still obviously won the race, so no surprise there. Um, but there's a chance that he wasn't because him and it was Landon Baranow. They both kind of got into it on the opening lap, and Sam Lewis went off. And that was actually Justin Jewell that brought out a safety car on that first lap. He went into the barrier in on that front stretch, and yeah, after that, I don't think there's much that happened. Sam Lewis was able to carve his way through the field, and he was able to get the win. I remember you were up there though, Max Beard.
Yeah, it was. That just basically went straight to you know what though. After that safety car for me, end up retiring. But yeah, this is going back to this. Oh my gosh, really great roots against it. But yeah, going back to this track being historic. This track decided the 2022 championship in real life, and it's just overall really historic track. And I think in Formula Allegiant, I think it's pretty historic too after last season's shenanigans. But yeah, 8 minutes left in qualifying. It's been a weird qualifying. I feel like people have been out on track just haven't really been able to set fast laps. As caution's out. That's for 3. I don't know what that's for.
Yeah, just as Jewell went ahead and he, like swerved after his lap, and he went into the wall, the same wall he hit last season. But yeah,
he's got a whole wing. He's got his wing. Oh my.
Yeah.
His whole wing off. And then
he's just trying to get to the pits.
He's got a risk. Not getting disqualified.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Here we go. There's Jonathan Hibbett. I haven't talked much about him today, but yeah, Jonathan Hibbett in the Sauber. Still yet to win a Formula Allegiant race, but we'll see if he can get that done tonight. He got pretty close. Yeah, he got pretty close in Canada, which had the actually had less drivers than what we have tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Valentino Vaccarella retired, but.
Yep, yeah, Jonathan, but still looking for that first win. He'll just knowing him, they'll probably get it sometime this season. He's definitely a good enough driver. He's 4th on the board right now. Just yeah, really odd qualifying right now as there's Justin Jewell. Here's Royce Crown on an out lap. I'm not sure what happened to his first try, but
I believe I saw him go off, and I think he actually spun off final chicane. But yeah.
Yeah. This track also is another LiDAR scan track from F124 to F125. This track, you'll probably notice it looks a little bit different. Does have the new trees also and the S's, which adds a little nice touch to it, but also just overall a little bit different to drive than F124. So here comes Royce Crown heading up through the famous Suzuka S's. As yellow flags, not sure what it's for. Oh, that's Justin Jewell. As here comes Royce Crown though, heading out of the S's into where Logan Sargent crashed a few years ago in real life. As here comes the Williams heading up through here.
Ooh, a little bit of a lockup.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad of a lap though, as here he comes heading up into the hairpin. A lot of time can be found or lost here, as looks like he nailed that pretty nicely, as here he comes heading through these sweeping corners. There's a lot of technical parts on this track. Yeah, right here, really easy spot to run wide. He does not though. Royce Crown keeps it clean out of there. It seems like a nice and tidy lap for this Williams. We'll see where he can go.
Yeah, Royce Crown, he has been the best driver this season, simply. He hasn't been the best qualifier. Well, he's been decent qualifying, but let's see. As he needs to beat a 1:28.0, it's looking like a not quite perfect lap, but pretty tidy. I think he's gonna be close to the 1:28. Maybe we'll have to see as he goes up to the line. It will be just off by a few hundred.
Man, that was really close at the top of the board. As about 5 minutes left in qualifying. Royce Crown should be able to get back to the pits in time to get another lap. Jan Sadek on track here in the Alpine. He looks really fast here today in Japan. Will he be able to improve his time into the 1:27s? Let's see as he starts his lap heading up into the double right-hander of turns 1 and 2. Flat out through that first part, and then into the braking zone out of the corner. Ran a little wide there, but through the S's. Gotta make sure to just keep it nice and clean here. Seems pretty good. We'll see if James Deck is improving as he heads up into out of the S's and heading up into another double right-hander. Really treacherous corner though, as yeah, it's not quite improving. As we'll see though, he can still maybe find the time in sectors 2 and 3. As here we go, he heads up into the hairpin. Doesn't lock up like Royce Crown did into the hairpin. That's probably a good thing. As here we go, heading up into the sweeping corners. Seems like not a bad lap for James Sadek, but I don't know if it's good enough good enough to improve his time.
Yeah, it seems pretty good, but yeah, like you said, I don't know. James Sadek, that hurt him a little bit. He went wide. It's such an easy corner to go wide, and this also could be his only lap. This probably will be his last chance, I would think. He's up by a tenth into 130R. Into these final corners, Shane Sadek. We'll see what it amounts to.
Yep, here we go. Through the chicane, seems pretty good. What will the time to beat be? As here we go, heading up to the line. Jane Sadek, 1:27.7. Will anyone be able to beat that? We'll have to see in the coming 3 minutes here left in qualifying. As yeah, everyone else is in the pits, so that's Jane Sadek's final run. So yeah, we'll see if anyone can beat that 1:27.7. That's a really fast lap here from James Sadek, but we'll see if Royce Crown, even Justin Jewell, has anything to say about it.
I'm really shocked Jonathan Hibbett is in the 129s, almost 130s. I don't know if he's done a good lap in, but I would have expected him to be a little bit higher up. I don't want to say he's doing worse on F125, but we definitely haven't quite seen Jonathan Hibbett do as good this season as he did last season on F124. Yeah, James Sadek has got to hurry it up back into the pits. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though. It's going to be, yeah, no, I don't think he will. I think that is pretty much qualifying done for Sadek. So he's at risk a little bit from Royce Crown, but I think that's still going to be a good chance for Sadek to get full as people start to head out for their final runs.
Yep, here we go. Let's. Yeah, just yeah, getting close to that pits, but yeah, he's definitely not gonna have enough time to make it to the lap. As there's Justin Jewell heading through here. Justin Jewell, he's gotten close to winning. His closest this season was, maybe even closest ever, was Australia, where he was leading on the final lap, but then he got turned by Royce Crown. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe Justin Jewell can make up for the season opener in Australia. We'll see if he can find the time here to get pole. He's got to improve 1.2 seconds to get that pole position. And Shane Sadek goes ahead and retires. As there's also Royce Crown on his outlap, everyone on the outlap, but Justin Jewell is going to be the first one to set a flyer.
Yeah, Justin Jewell. He's shown a good speed this season. I think a lot better than we saw in F124. But can he keep his aggression? Can he tame his aggression and try to finish out a race on the top of the podium? Well, it's time for him to do a lap through these corners. Oh, a lot of understeer there. Yeah, it didn't seem great, but this is where he can gain a lot of time. CS is really pushing the limits. Oh, no!
Oh! Yeah, that did not look good for the Ferrari. That's probably, yeah, it's definitely not gonna, it's probably not improving, but we'll see. Maybe he can find it in the in sectors 2 and 3, but he probably, yeah, he lost 6/10. There's no way he's gonna make that up. Oh, got caught on that curb, and there he goes into the barrier.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
he goes ahead and
Definitely
retires.
I think that was on purpose at the end there, but
Yeah.
that is. Yeah, he's gonna have to be third, maybe. Or Jonathan Hibbett is up, but he's up 3/10, so maybe something can happen for Jonathan Hibbett. Maybe try to get him in the top 3 as Royce Crown is starting his final lap. As Billy Prager also starting a lap, but yeah, Jonathan Hibbett through here.
Yep. Jonathan Hibbett's the next car to set a lap. He's 3/10 in the green. We'll see if he can find even more time though through sectors 2 and 3. We'll see as he heads down the straightaway here. Pretty long straightaway as heading up into 130R, probably the most iconic corner on the track. Just flat out left-hander. As here he comes up almost 5/10 as he heads up into the final chicane. He might be able to get to 4th position here over the McLaren. He cuts the corner. Yeah, the lap might be invalid for the Sauber. Up to the line, it was
Oh.
not. 128.8 for John Thibbett. He goes ahead of Justin Jewell. Now Royce Crown. He's not improving though, but oh yeah, he runs wide.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for Royce Crown. As yeah, Billy Kreger also on his lap. We'll have to watch that. As Royce Crown, yeah, 4/10 in the red. James Deck looks really good to get Paul.
Yeah, the Crown's backed up. Really questionable from Jonathan Hibbett, and that's I guess necessarily not illegal because the track limits are standard, but definitely interesting there. And Billy Krager into these final corners. This could put him up above Valentino Vaccarella. As Billy Krager comes off the final corner, does not cut it. He goes up the line. It's going to be very tight, and
No.
he gets it, I believe.
Yep. He did get it. But yeah, Jay and Sadek on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. As here's your results on your screen. Jay and Sadek top of the board. Royce Crown second. Jonathan Hibbett third. Justin Jewell fourth. Billy Krager fifth. And Valentino Vaccarella sixth. It's
Yeah,
all right.
Justin Jewell's not happy with Jonathan Hibbett. I think he saw what he did. And Justin Jewell not happy in the Discord. Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit cloudy race, but yeah, we're ready to go here in Japan.
Yep. I mean, maybe I don't know if there's gonna be rain on the forecast or not. Yep. Is everyone gonna get their steps in, get their strategies in, and all right.
And we saw on the Austria qualifying rain, but we haven't. I don't know if we've seen a rain race this season. Not
Rain
sure.
race. The only rain we've seen, I believe it was Spain, or no, I think. Oh, did we see some in Austria? I forgot. I don't.
No, just qualifying.
Yeah, it was just qualifying. So I think it was only it was only it was only Spain where we saw some rain. No rain on the forecast. That's what Justin Jewell says. Just overcast. All right.
Yep. Definitely probably good for having enough drivers finish. Because usually, yeah, if we have rain, not many people finish. But yeah, we're ready to go in Japan as formation laps get underway.
Yep. So here we go.
Yeah, this time there is a formation lap, unlike the Austria GP. But all right.
Yep. Oh, contact. That might disqualify them from formation lap. Yep. The Sauber and the Ferrari. I don't know what that was about, but those two get disqualified from the formation lap. So now we only have 4 running on the formation lap. Yeah, it was Justin Jewell and Jonathan Hibbett. They both made contact. Not sure if it was intentional or not, but yeah.
It might have. Honestly, I didn't think it was. I don't think Jonathan Hibbett or Justin Jewell's very happy with Jonathan Hibbett after what he didn't qualifying. But yeah,
Here,
like everybody on the medium except for Justin Jewell and Valentino Vaccarella.
Yep. Because, yeah, mediums. We'll see what strategy will be the best here in Japan. As, yep. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's gonna be definitely a chaotic, pretty chaotic race at the start. But yeah, we'll see. We saw a good amount of safety cars in Austria. Don't know if we'll see the same today, but I have to find out.
Yep, so here we go. As the field heads up through here. It's actually Billy Krager that got out in front of the formation lap for some reason. So he's going to be starting 5th, even though he's leading the field on the formation lap. Yeah, a little bit of chaos on the formation lap, just some formation lap shenanigans. We saw that last season also. But, yeah, it's alright. Here we go. 6 drivers to take the lights out here. Here we go. Yes, that's gonna be leading the field. Then Royce Crown following behind him, and then Jonathan Hibbett and Justin Jewell we'll see here. The start's probably going to be pretty important because the dirty air is going to be kind of big here. We saw it really big in real life, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a big thing here as I think Billy Kroger missed his box. But here we go. As everyone lines up on the grid. So here we go.
James Adet, interesting spot. Thank you.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're lights on. Away we go. We're underway here in Suzuka. Here we go. James Steck, good jump. And Royce Crown, he covers off Royce Crown. As here we go, heading up into here. They all get single file heading through turns 1 and 2. Here comes the Sauber looking on the outside of the Williams. Can't get there. Josh Hibbett looked on the outside. Here he comes though, trying the outside again. Can't get there though through the S's. Royce Crown really struggling here at the start. Here comes Jonathan Hibbett all over him.
Whoa! Oh, anyways, yeah, they both almost collided there. Royce Crown, Jaden Steck pulling away from Royce Crown. Johnson Hibbett is seeming pretty fast on the start, but he's got Justin Jewell right to the bad bumper, bad bumper in the rear wing of him. But yeah, I don't think Justin Jewell's very happy. Justin made the move here. He's not quite blocking up ahead.
Yep, here we go. They all get sorted out. Royce Crown actually gained a lot there. Here it comes. Looking to look to the outside, heading up into the sweeping corners. Not really a place you want to make a move, though. He was not able to get there as, Royce Crown trying to make up for that rough first few corners. He really struggled. I don't know what it was about, but that was actually a little slide from James Steck. Here comes Royce Crown with the slipstream, heading up into 130R. Everyone goes defensive. As here comes Royce Crown. Can't get there. He runs wide. As here we go, he goes into the grass. Here comes Hibbett trying to get to the outside, can't get there. As Royce Crown, that was a big mistake from him. I think he just kind of got thrown off his line there. As Sadek goes fast, lap. Obviously, it's first lap though. As here comes Justin Jewell looking inside on the Sauber.
Oh.
He gets there. As I don't know what they were doing at the front, but the Ferrari, Justin Jewell gets up to third.
I think Royce Crown almost got some dirty air into 130R. That was really strange because you just go flat out, I would assume right now. So I don't really know. That was really interesting. He was swerving down the front stretch. But yeah, the top four all close to each other. And Valentino Vaccarella and Billy Traeger really struggling so far on the start. But we know Billy Traeger, he's good in the late runs.
Oh, just a Jewel! Wow, he kept it clean. I don't know how he kept it clean there. He went off. That is not the place you want to go off because that could have sent him into the barrier. Oh! As here comes Hibbett. Big contact. As now Josh Hibbett has wing damage.
Not really sure what they were doing there. I don't really know. That's questionable. Justin Jewell up into third, but these two at the front pulling away. As I think Royce Crown is a little bit quicker than James Tedeschi. He just needs to get into the clean air.
Yep, as here we go, heading up into 130R. No moves made, maybe into the chicane, but I think Royce Crown will just wait for the DRS. Here he comes. Oh, he had a look there. Couldn't quite get there, though. As here we go, heading up through the chicane. Royce Crown going to have the DRS here. Is he close enough, though? Doesn't look like it. Here he comes, heading down the front stretch. Will he be able to get there on the Alpine? The Alpine goes defensive, tries to break that slipstream. Royce Crown not able to get there. As there's Jonathan Hibbett left with the wing damage after that contact with the Ferrari. Those two not getting off on the right foot, and these two are definitely starting to run away.
Yeah, it just seems that I've noticed with Royce Crown, it definitely, I think his car doesn't seem very fast at all in a straight line. Just he had DRS on Sadek and he dropped back. I don't know. Granted, Sadek may have been using ERS, but still, that's really interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that again with Royce Crown. He just doesn't seem very fast in a straight line. But Jonathan Hibbett struggling. Valentino Vaccarella could maybe get Jonathan Hibbett, but yeah, everything's starting to get spread out. But that is where Royce Crown gains a lot in the heavy braking zones. So maybe he just a lot of different wings than James Sadek. I'm not sure, but through here, this is where he gains a lot as well.
Yep, as here we go. Heading up out of this the sweeping corners, heading up into 130R once again. Royce Crown, we'll see on this straightaway if he loses anything. He actually gained though, so I don't know if it's the straight line speed. It might have just been an ERS thing. As here we go, yeah, stayed about the same, heading through 130R. As here we go, heading through the chicane, heading out of the chicane. Yeah, Royce Crown's really struggling in that chicane. Actually, no, never mind. He got a great exit. As here he comes, heading up through here. It doesn't look like Jade Stack as much GRS. Here comes Royce Crown with a run. Can he get there in turn one? He looks outside, round the outside, can't get there.
But instead that, he shut the door. It wasn't quite enough for Royce Crown. And yeah, James Sedek is definitely, he's on recharge mode. He is definitely out of ERS, but he's a lot quicker through here. So yeah, Royce Crown, pretty tough track to pass at, and there's really only one overtaking zone. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I don't think Royce Crown's gonna have enough until the front stretch goes through here. This is a tough corner, especially on worn tires. That corner's gonna be very tough with the heavy braking. I wouldn't be shocked if someone goes straight into the barrier off the curb like we saw Justin Jewell do in qualifying. But yeah, as Valentino Maccarella's gotten in the DRS range of Jonathan Hibbett.
Yep, yeah, Jonathan obviously struggling with the wing damage. But yeah, we're on lap 4 here as Royce Crown is there. Can he, he's definitely not going to have enough heading into 130R. Actually, maybe James Stack charging up his ERS. Here comes Royce Crown looking inside, heading up into 130R. This could get tight, side by side as James Stack went in the grass. But now James Stack's going to have the DRS of Royce Crown.
Yeah, smart move by James Stack. Big send, he cuts that corner. You can cut the corner, but I think it's often give you a penalty after so many times. So yeah, down the front stretch, Sedek, DRS. Does he go for the move on Royce Crown in turn 1? I don't think he's going to be close enough. So, my bad. But yeah, into the pits goes Jonathan Hibbett really early on. But big slide from Sedek. And yeah, the track position is key here.
Jonathan Hibbett repairs to the front wing, but yeah, track position, like I said, is key. That dirty air is just it's really a big factor at this track. There's so many technical corners and not many overtaking zones. So Royce Crown was able to. It's definitely good that he was able to get that move done when he could, because now he's giving that dirty air to James Sedek all through the S's, all through that section, heading up into the hairpin. As here he comes. There's a little lockup though from the Williams. Here comes James Sedek, gained on entry, loses a little bit on exit. That following effect is in play as heading up into here. James Sedek still right there though, as they head up into the double left-hander here, sweeping corners, as heading out of it and heading up into the straightaway. A little slide from James Sedek. He's there though, as they head up into 130R.
These two seem like the fastest cars, and they definitely are. Into 130R, Sedek's going to have to wait until the front stretch most likely. He's got a big round, but he's not going to be close enough. Or will he? No, not quite. That curve on the entrance is really unsold the cars. This is a fast first country Sedek. What a corner he had. And here comes James Sedek. He's probably going to get him in turn 1. He's a lot closer this time. Where does he go? He goes to the inside. James Sedek retakes the lead in the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yep, James Sedek, back to the lead. These two, the top two, going back and forth. They're definitely still pulling away though on Justin Jewell. So yeah, these two are definitely really fast. Actually, the gap's kind of staying relatively the same with them and Justin Jewell. I think what tire is Justin Jewell on though? Let's see. He is on the hard, so he'll probably gain later in the run. So we'll see. How that goes. But here we go, heading up through here. James Sedek pulling away actually a lot from Royce Crown. Royce Crown might have made a mistake or something. He's still in the DRS range though, barely. You cannot lose that DRS range because that could be race over, because James Sedek is definitely fast enough to keep him out of that DRS range. But Royce Crown seems like he's staying in that DRS range, is heading up through here. Royce Crown, doing a good job. He's just got to stay in that DRS and wait for the right moment.
Yeah, it's hard to really pull away here, but it's also hard to pass here. So yeah, Royce Crown, he's gonna have a go at it probably in the front stretch. These guys going back and forth, but still maintaining almost a 4-second gap. Actually 4.5 seconds, but oh no, see if that
Oh, he's
counts.
actually in
Here
the barrier.
comes.
That's Sauber. Yeah,
Oh,
Jonathan Hibbett in the
oh.
barrier in the hairpin. Yeah, Jonathan Hibbett just not having a good race. But looking back at the front, will there be any moves into turn one? Doesn't look like there will be. As Royce Crown, yeah, gonna have to try to find another way around Jan Sadek. But yeah, now the Sauber has wing damage once again. Jonathan Hibbett just not having a good race.
Yeah, penalty will not count, but I mean, yeah, either way, it's just not looking good for him. Just hasn't been his weekend. He's really deserving of a race win, but it just hasn't quite come yet. He's gonna have to wait another weekend unless some sort of miracle happens. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Kreger also, I've just noticed he has wing damage also. I'm not sure what happened to Billy Kreger. He's fourth right now over Valentino Vaccarella as heading up through here. These two, we're going to have to monitor this battle because they're definitely probably going to go at it here for a little bit. But back at the front, yeah, that battle for fourth is looking a lot like the battle for first right now as they head up into 130R, the Alpine and the Williams. We'll see. Can Royce Crown maybe get a move on the front stretch? Doesn't look likely though, because he is kind of far back. As yeah, 7/10 the gap. He's got to get within like maybe 3/10, 4/10 if he's gonna try to get that move done.
Yeah, off topic, but it's Catherine Blade in NASCAR deck. But yeah, here comes Royce Crown down the front stretch. We'll see. Yeah, he's not gonna be close enough at all. And yeah, they go way down to the pit wall, but yeah, Jay said that's big. So that's gonna keep the lead, and now this is where he can pull away with the dirty air. Let's see, it's hard. If he can get to 1.5, I think he can maybe stay there, but it's just, yeah, Royce Crown is just keeping Jane Sadek in line as, yeah, Brown doesn't really gain a whole lot there.
Yeah. As Billy Kreger into the pit lane repairing his front wing. He's probably going to be around back there with Jonathan Hibbett. Hibbett actually touched the grass on entry there, but back at the front, James Steck still keeping the lead over Royce Crown. That gap staying relatively the same, as that was actually a big slide from Royce Crown. That's not good for him as heading up through here. Yeah, that kills him heading through these sweepy corners. Actually did gain, actually got it back a little bit as heading up into here. The Williams Royce Crown trying to just He's got to close in a little bit more to get the move done, but yeah, it doesn't look likely as he's now out of DRS range, but I think yeah, he's going to get back in it with the slipstream as here he comes, heading up into 130R. The Williams gained a lot right there. I think James Stick might be saving ERS, though, down that straightaway to have a lot on that front stretch where DRS is in play. As here we go, heading up through here, almost out of DRS range, Royce Crown, but he still stays in it. He still got the DRS that time as heading up into turn one. Yeah, James Stick seems like he might have managed those tires a little bit better.
Yeah, I think, yeah, James Sadek definitely managed to a little bit better, but he's going to pull out of the RS ring. But never mind, Royce Crown right there, but yeah, it's just going back and forth. Now James Sadek starts to pull away. Yeah, it's not probably coming up in a few laps, not right now, but in a little bit. I think, yeah, already, obviously, Billy Prager actually pit. Prager, that's an interesting call, but I'm not sure if we're going to do a one-stop or not. We're going to have to see. I don't think a one-stop's going to work, but have to figure it out. As, yeah, gap starting to widen. As, yeah, Justin Jewell is all by himself. There's no one really near him at all. So he's just in third. Doesn't quite have the pace to win the race, but still a good point for Jewell after missing a few races.
Yep, yeah, Royce Crown out of the DRS range. I think part of the reason why he couldn't save tires as well is just because of the dirty air. Because obviously, when you're in the dirty air, you have to turn the wheel a little bit more to make the corner for each corner, and yeah, that just wears out the tires. And yeah, it's probably a big thing that came out in play for tire wear. Yeah, it's That's why clean air is really important. It's actually James that comes into the pit lane, gonna go for that 2-stop. Same with Royce Crown. We'll see what the Ferrari does. He stays out, so Justin Jewell stays out on the track here. We'll see what strategy he's on. It's probably gonna go longer because he started on the hards. But looking here, race on pit road here. Yeah, Royce Crown.
I thought Crown would have maybe got him. What?
Yeah, that was a good stop from the Williams crew as Valentino Baccarella actually gets around them, but Valentino Baccarella still has to pit. He's on the same strategy as Justin Jewell, I believe. He's on the hards. Here we go. Now these two provisional leaders, they're gonna have to get around the McLaren. This could hold up James Deck quite a lot. As here we go, heading up through here. Yeah, this is just what Royce Crown wants to see. He wants to see James Deck getting held up. As yeah, he's definitely back in the DRS range with James Deck getting held up by this McLaren.
Yeah, this is also going to help Justin Jewell as well, because he can maybe gain a little bit of time. But yeah, there's nowhere to pass for James Sedek. Here comes Royce Crown. Now he lets him by, but that's an awkward spot for Royce Crown. Oh,
Royce Crown around the outside. Oh, there wasn't a lot of grip up there, but he's going to get the run off the corner with the fresh tires. And now Royce Crown right there with the Alpine. But yeah, it actually might be close enough for a move on the front if he can keep this up. Heading up through here. They're both on equal tires now. Tire wear, there's no tire badge for James Sedek now. As heading up through here, Royce Crown. We'll see what can he do. Heading up into 130R. Let's see. Here we go. Yes,
yeah, that's be enough. In the final chicane, he's gonna have a run. Does he go for it? He won't quite. Yeah, it's just too risky. He's gonna probably get him down the front stretch.
Whoa! Here we go.
Sloppy entrance, but yep, in front of the front stretch we go.
Here we go. As here comes Royce Crown with the slipstream and DRS. He flies around the Alpine as Royce Crown takes the reversal lead back.
I don't know if Justin Jewell's gonna do. I don't think he's doing a one-stop, but either way, this is gonna really help Justin Jewell. I mean, he hasn't really lost a lot of time to these guys, so yeah, Valentino Baccarella comes out of the pits. He might get overtaken by. Actually, no, he's not gonna get overtaken by Billy Prager. Yeah, now these two, what a battle it has been between these two. Royce Crown looking to get his third GP win. James Sutton get his first win in Formula Legion history. As yeah, both these guys definitely proven, but James Sedek is yet to win. We go through here. Oh, the slide.
Yes, yeah, James Sedek now. He might be out of DRS range. It's close. Here we go. Looking here, that's the gap. A second. Can he stay in that DRS range? He's definitely struggling behind the Williams, but he might be managing his tires a little bit more than Royce Crown as there's battling here. That's Billy Cracker and Valentino Baccarella. Side by side is Billy Cracker. Can he get there? Almost contact. Heading up through here as Valentino Baccarella gets ahead of Billy Cracker. I don't know. I think he stayed ahead. As here we go, heading up through here. This is a good battle to watch here between the McLaren and the Alpine. Royce Crown sets the fast lap of the race. They're gaining.
Yeah, he is flying. Royce Crown is flying. He's on the mediums, which are better tires. But yeah. Billy Prager, you rarely see anybody go to the very outside of that corner. That was interesting. I don't know how he kept the car from spinning there because he was way out of the groove. But yeah, these two battling for fourth. Definitely probably not going to win. Obviously not going to get a podium most likely, but you never know. Billy Prager, he's got the DRS. Is he going to be able to go for the move? Baccarella recharging. Here comes Billy Prager to the inside. Into turn one, he gets the pass. Power move for Billy Prager. He's up to fourth, and he comes alive towards the end of this race.
Yep, Billy Crager is here we go. Valentino Baccarella though, he's still there. That McLaren versus Alpine here. And at the front it's Alpine versus Williams. As here we go, heading up through here. The McLaren is still chasing this Alpine all through the S's and heading up into the double right-hander here. As here we go. Oh no, Valentino Baccarella off. He keeps it going though. That's definitely gonna put him out of DRS range to Billy Crager. As now Valentino Baccarella. Oh no, Valentino Baccarella. Oh, he's off. As he gets the car stopped before he went into the barriers. So good save from Valentino Baccarella. Just touched the grass on entry. That's not what you want to do. It's not Valentino Baccarella. far down, far behind that Alpine. As we'll see though, maybe he can catch back up.
Yeah, just tough for Vacarella. That's definitely gonna hurt his tires, but it's weird to say Alpine hasn't won a race in Formula Allegiant yet. They had Jonathan Hibbett last season. They had James Sadek obviously for both seasons, and Billy Frater. They've had really good drivers, just haven't been able to get the win. But you never know, James Sadek. We'll see what pays off in the strategy, the hards and the medium. But right now, it's definitely a little bit concerning for James Sadek because he's lost about 2 seconds to Royce Crown. Crown's barely gaining on Justin Jewell, which is interesting. I still think he's going to take the lead, but I think Justin Jewell might be going for the 1 stop, which is really interesting. If it works, that will be very crazy because this track is definitely not great on tires. I've never actually done a race on this track, but you can tell with how many technical corners, it's definitely not a great track to manage tires.
Yep. I'd imagine the Ferrari's going for the 1 stop. We'll see. He's gonna probably come into the pits here soon. He might want to wait like a few more laps, so when he goes on the mediums, he'll be able to have a little bit of a short time, so he won't have to manage as much tires. But here we go. Through here, Justin Jewell. We'll see. Maybe he comes in the pits this time. No, he keeps staying out. As here we go. He's catching up to Jonathan Hibbett. He's looking to lap Jonathan Hibbett, but here we go, heading up through here. Royce Crown, yeah, still pulling away a little bit from James Tech, but James Tech definitely has, he's definitely going to come in a little bit later in the run, but they still have another stop to make. At least I believe Royce Crown has to, because I believe he did start on the medium, so he's definitely going to go for a 2 stop. I'd imagine James Tech is too, even though he went on the hards. Assuming James Tech is going to go on another set of mediums. When he comes in, assuming he comes into the pits, no way he's probably going to last the hards at the end of this race. But yeah, we'll have to see how the strategy works out for Justin Jewell. 5 seconds a gap. He's going to fall down to around, around kind of close to where Billy Kreger is, a few seconds in front of Billy Kreger, but then he'll be able to do 1 less stop than everyone else, and maybe that'll just be the strategy for him to win this race.
Yeah, I like what Justin Jewell's doing. He's obviously it's a lot easier to manage tires in the clean air. He's in the clean air, and yeah, that's an issue obviously for Royce Crown and James Sadek. They're not in clean air. Well, I guess they are now, but when they get bunched up, obviously they're not in clean air, so they have to work the tires a little bit more by turning more. But yeah, Justin Jewell, he's in clean air. I wouldn't be shocked if this strategy works. I don't know if he'll win, maybe, but definitely could maybe get close if it works out in his favor. Let's see if he pits. He stays out again. If I was him, I would probably pit this time. And he's really pushing those hards.
I mean, there could be maybe a chance that he could just wait until Royce Crown and James Sadek pit, and then maybe he could just have the lead by default, because he'll obviously he'll still have the lead if he can keep the lead when Royce Crown and James Sadek come into the pits. Then he'll have the lead and he'll be on equal tires. So that'll be interesting to see, and maybe that's what he's trying to do. But I don't think I don't think he's going to be able to do that without getting a puncture. I'm not sure when the two-stop drivers are going to come into the pits. It might be pretty late in the race. It could be soon. I'm not really sure. It's going to be decision time for these front runners to try to get this right strategy, and that's really what's going to decide this race. Royce Crown, obviously, he's actually fallen back a little bit to Jaden Sadek, because now, yeah, Jaden Sadek gaining on the hards. He's now he's on the faster tire, because obviously on the long run that hard tire comes into play, because obviously it's less tire wear than the mediums, because it's a harder compound tire than the mediums. But Justin Jewell also on the hards, but he hasn't made his pit stop yet. He's gone 15 laps on those hard tires, which is absolutely absurd for F125 standards. We'll see if this Ferrari comes to the pits this time.
Yeah, it's even more absurd at a track like this. We'll see if Justin Jewell comes into the pits. He stays out another lap. Oh my goodness. He's obviously losing a lot of time from this, but I don't know. He could maybe be going on the softs, but I think he'd have to wait because the softs are really bad in this game. But also, James Sadek is well in DRS range of Royce Crown's tires have fallen off only after 6 laps. James Sadek's probably going to get him on this lap.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Royce Crown and James Deck though go for the softs when they come into the pits. I know Royce Crown's gonna have to pit because he went to the mediums again, and I believe he did start on the mediums, and you obviously have to change that compound once in the race. As here we go. They're still gaining on Justin Jewell, but not as much as you would think. Royce Crown definitely going to have to defend on this Alpine here. I think this Alpine's going to have a better chance at catching the Ferrari because obviously he's a lot faster right now. As here we go, heading up through here. Yeah, now James Deck has a tire advantage in the long run once again as heading up through here. Royce Crown's tires starting to fade away while James Deck's there. Oh, but he runs wide. That's a mistake from the Alpine as now the Williams pulls away a little bit and he might be able to keep the lead here on this lap.
Yeah, I think James Sedek is much quicker, but yeah, Royce Crown, that's tough for James Sedek because he's gonna get DRS still. Now does Justin Jewell come into the pits? He will not again. Oh my goodness, I think he might be going to the soft. I really think he is. Here comes James Sedek with the DRS. I don't know if we'll be close enough. And then turn one, yeah, it's not going to be enough. Also, Royce Crown is probably going to get DRS on Justin Jewell. This is a really interesting strategy from Jewell. I don't know how his tires have not punctured yet, but props to him for going this long.
We may need to give Justin Jewell a new nickname as the Tire Whisperer, because my goodness, he's gone 17 laps on these hards. I mean, it's just absurd here for F125 and also Suzuka. As here comes James Sedek right on the rear gearbox of Royce Crown. As here we go, 1.2 seconds the gap. I think Royce Crown's definitely going to get in the DRS range this time by. As here we go, heading up through here. He's within a second as Justin Jewell now probably going to lose the lead here, but he might get it back with a one stop.
Yeah, I think Justin Jewell, I mean, this is definitely in his hands now to win the race. I mean, these guys have been on the mediums and hards for almost 8 laps, and they haven't even passed him yet. I mean, and Justin Jewell is like 5 seconds back before they pit, so really interesting. I mean, this is great stuff from Justin Jewell, but will it work out in the end? Into the chicane, he's obviously much slower. I mean, look at that, much slower entrance. But actually, let's see how fast the laps were. So this time
out. Sorry.
It was a 33.8 for Justin Jewell. I'm not sure it was for Royce Crown, but here comes Royce Crown.
Royce Crown to the outside of Justin Jewell. Royce Crown takes the lead back here in Suzuka. If I were Justin Jewell, I would come into the pits this lap because he's now gone overtaken by the leaders. As here we go, heading up through here. Now he's holding up James Sedek. James Sedek cannot afford this because now he's losing valuable time to Royce Crown. This is really helping Royce Crown. As here we go, heading up through here. Justin Jewell still in DRS range. He's going to lose that though by the end of the lap. James Sedek going to be desperate to get around this Ferrari, who's on really worn tires. He hits the curb. Here comes James Sedek. Might make the move into the hairpin.
Yeah, Justin Jewell's definitely got a pit now to the outside.
Here we go.
He easily passes, yeah. But Justin Jewell has got a pit because he's already, he needs a pit. But I'm not sure, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if the softs can make it this far. That's going to be interesting for Justin Jewell. Maybe the mediums, I don't know. He needs to stay out probably a lap or two if he wants the soft, but I don't know if his tires are going to last.
I would definitely just go for the mediums.
Yeah, James Sedek's out of DRS. Definitely not what he wanted to see, but definitely not over. Oh, he's in the draft a little bit, but yeah. Let's see, Royce Crown. I think there's still a few laps for the Royce Crown, James Sedek pit, but for Justin Jewell, we'll see. He still is hanging out.
Oh my goodness.
I honestly feel like at this point it's starting to hurt him a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gotta come into the pits here soon. As here we go, heading up through here. He's still kind of. I was saying he was kind of relatively managing the gap to him and James Sedek, but yeah, he lost a lot of time through turns 1 and 2. He's got to lose a lot of time heading up through here. Yeah, Justin Jewell is gonna have to come into the pits here soon. As here we go, heading up through here. As we'll see, Justin Jewell is about to go 20 laps on on the hards. If I were him, I would just come in and go for the mediums this lap. I mean, I would have done it like 2 laps ago. I would have came into the pits, and that probably would have helped him. As here comes Jan Sadek though, right there. He's gained a lot on the better hard compound tires. As heading up through here, heading up into the sweet big corners. Royce Crown definitely under attack from this Alpine. He's caught all the way back up after losing DRS because I'm getting held up by Justin Jewell. Here comes Jan Sadek heading up into 130 yard. Can he get the move here? Doesn't look likely. As here we go, heading up through here. They're also catching up to a lap car, which is Jonathan Hibbett. But yeah, we'll see. When do these guys come into the pits is the question.
Yep, James Sedek right to the back of Royce Crown. I don't know. We'll see who pits. And Royce Crown and Justin Jewell.
Yeah, Justin Jewell. Yeah, Royce Crown also pits. That doesn't really help Justin Jewell though, because I mean, I would have wanted to get the undercut if I was Justin Jewell. Royce Crown goes for the hards. That's the only tire he could really go for. I guess he could have made up for his soft, so that wouldn't have lasted. So now Royce Crown's at a major disadvantage as Justin Jewell goes from the mediums. As here we go, heading through here, heading out of the pit lane. Royce Crown on the hards, Justin Jewell on the mediums. Yeah, Royce Crown's going to be at a big disadvantage.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little bit of a messed up strategy there. One wrong call and it can ruin your whole race, but now James Sedek leads and he might put on the softs. I just don't know. I don't really know if the softs, I think if he stays out one more lap, I think the softs can work. Oh my gosh, big slide as he laps Jonathan Hibbett, rough day for Hibbett. But yeah, now Royce Crown's got to gain on James Sedek as much as he can right now to do the undercut. I think he should pass Sedek, but I think just James Sedek's a lot better on the longer runs. But yeah, Justin Jewell, if he pitted a lap or two earlier, this would have been a perfect strategy, but I just don't think it could work. But I don't think on raw speed he's as quick as these guys, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Sedek, we'll see if he pits.
Sedek might have to pit here so he can keep the lead. I don't even know if he's going to keep the lead at this point. Here we go. Sedek comes into the pits. Jonathan Hibbett went around. He keeps it going. But Jay Sedek heads into the pits. These are the money stops here for these drivers. Here we go. Royce Crown heading up out of 130R. Same with Justin Jewell as heading up into the chicane. Here's Jay Sedek he just left his pit stall. He goes for the medium just like Justin Jewell. Here we go. Let's see where Royce Crown will shake out. Here we go. To be close. Yes, Royce Crown goes past him, but Justin Jewell can't pass Jan Sedek. So yeah, Justin Jewell sat in third, while Jan Sedek now, but he's on the medium, so he's definitely gonna have a big advantage over Royce Crown, and he's also on a lap pressure medium, which is even better. As here we go, heading up through here. Royce Crown will probably be a little bit better toward the end of the race, but I still don't think it's gonna really be a big advantage. He'll probably just stabilize a little bit. So I feel like Royce Crown's just gonna need to keep this lead, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. As here we go, heading up through here. Justin Jewell is just hoping these guys, the top two, fight or something, so they can battle, and maybe Justin Jewell can maybe catch up again in that DRS range.
Yeah, Justin Jewell, he's not as quick as them, but if he can get in the DRS range with Sedek, then anything's possible. But yep, through here, just Royce Crown doesn't quite have the speed of Shane Sedek. Sedek's tried for a long time to get that first win in Formula Allegiant. He's been decent this year, but he hasn't quite been able to get the win. Up through here.
Yep, as Justin Jewell's also gone in DRS range to Jan Sedek. He loses a little bit through there. As here comes Jan Sedek. Here he comes heading down the front stretch. Jan Sedek looking to take this lead back from the Williams. As here we go, heading down the front stretch. Royce Crown goes defensive. He opens up as here comes Jan Sedek. Through the outside. He takes the lead away.
Great move there. That was close in the turn one. Almost contact being made. But Sedek is leading and he's just got to pull away. And I think he can do that, but won the stage, and it's right back. Royce Crown's right back to him. But here we go. He's already pulling away. He's just much quicker right now. As yep, late on here in Japan. Royce Crown about 7/10 back. I just don't see it happening at this point for Royce Crown. He's also got Justin Jewell even quicker than him right now. Justin Jewell maybe at least trying to get second, which would be a big accomplishment, a good call. But here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, Justin Jewell. Yeah, he's even faster than Royce Crown right now because of those mediums. Just the hards were not the call for Royce Crown. As here we go, heading up here. Also, Valentina Vaccarella in the pits. He's actually serving a penalty, I think, or I think he was anyway. That's what it looked like. As here we go, heading up through here. Jan Sadek leads the field. Royce Crown might be able to stay in that DRS range, though. He actually is in the DRS range, but he's not going to be close enough. That's really what Royce Crown needs to do here, is just stay in that DRS range, so maybe those hards can have an advantage at the end of the race. We'll see. But yeah, Royce Crown gets the DRS. James Deck sets the fastest lap of the race, though, as Justin Jewell did not get the DRS, though, on Royce Crown, as lap 23 or 27 here in Japan. Yeah, it's getting late on in the day here in Suzuka.
Yeah, it's not looking great for Royce Crown, but he just gains a lot in the final sector. Yeah, he's going to have to hope for something to go his way. But right now, it's looking like James Sadek will get his first Formula Allegiant win, but I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think Justin Jewell quite has the speed of these guys, but a podium will still be really good, maybe even second. I didn't see all that dirt kicked up onto the track right there. But yeah, it's pretty good for James Sadek. As I believe Prager, I haven't heard much of him at all, but he's running solidly in fourth. Yeah.
Yep. So here we go. Yeah, Royce Crown well out of the DRS range here. He's probably going to gain a lot because Chance Deck likes to charge up his DRS down this straightaway, but he's definitely not still going to get in that DRS range. Justin Jewell has got to try to get in that DRS range, try to pass Royce Crown if he's going to have a chance to win this race, but it doesn't look likely that he will. I feel like Justin Jewell could have won this race if he had just pit a little earlier, because I think he stayed out so long that it actually just hurt him, and yeah, now I mean, he's on the same tires as these guys, but he could have got the undercut on both of them, and that probably would have handed him the lead, and that could have probably won him the race. But yeah, Justin Jewell, still he's gaining on Royce Crown, looking for second, but we'll see if he'll be able to get it. Royce Crown charging up ERS as they head up through the S's. Justin Jewell struggling in that dirty air as Jane Steck 1.5 the gap as he is driving away from the second and third.
Yeah, so it's going to be hopefully a momentum booster as we go into the middle part of the year. Royce Crown, he's going to gain a lot in the championship, but championship's still wide open for really anybody in the top 5 at this point. Also, a big kind of championship news, Martin Carr has left Formula Allegiant earlier this week. I'm not really sure why, but he's gone. So that's a really fast driver, not in the fight for the championship anymore. So, yeah, Royce Crown definitely, I mean, he gained a little bit there. Not quite in DRS, though.
Oh, he runs off, though. Yeah, that's going to hurt him quite a lot as, yeah, Jan Sadek. I mean, yeah, Jan Sadek was charging up ERS. That's why Royce Crown did gain a lot. But if he can get in the DRS range, he could have a shot because those hards are going to be better at the end of this stint. But I don't think it's going to be enough of an advantage for Royce Crown to get this win. But you never know. As here we go, heading up through here, Royce Crown almost in the DRS range. He gains heading down the front stretch, but not quite enough. As here we go, it's 3 laps to go here in Japan. Royce Crown kind of hunting this Alpine down, but I don't know if he's gonna have enough.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe the tires are starting to come in a little bit earlier than expected for Royce Crown. Don't give up on him quite yet. As through here, as you pass by the trees, I'm not sure what they're called, but here we go. Justin Jewell, yeah, he's out of contention unless these two collide. So it's just Jane Sadek and Royce Crown. It's been all weekend long in Japan, looking to get the win. Royce Crown looking for his 3rd win of the year, and a 3-second penalty. I'm not sure if that will count. Yeah, it will count for Vaccarella. Actually, he's still gonna keep 5th pretty easily. But
here we go. Yeah, as heading up through here, Royce Crown is gaining. Just, I don't think he's quite in that DRS range. He's got to get it here soon. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. As here we go. He doesn't run wide this time. Here he comes, heading down through here. Could he get in this DRS range? He's gaining, heading up into 130R. He might have a chance here. 9/10, 8/10. As here we go, heading up into here. Is heading up into the braking zone of the chicane. As Royce Crown, he did get the DRS there, I believe.
I think, yeah, he did. Yep, he got the DRS, and now, Justin Jewell.
Oh, I don't know what happened to Justin Jewell. I think he's still gonna. He might be going for fastest lap, I guess.
Well, the fastest lap. I mean, yeah, it does not give you a point though anymore, which
I'm not sure
really
if he knows that.
I don't know if he knew. I think either way, he's gonna keep third though, but.
Yes. Here we go. 1 second, the gap. I don't know if Royce Crown's gonna have enough, but I mean, in these races where we just have low driver counts, we've seen him thrive. He won Australia that had 7 drivers. He won Canada that had 5 drivers. So I mean, he's really thrived, and he might be able to get this win. He's gaining. Here we go, heading up through here. Yeah, he is catching a lot. He definitely has the advantage here. He's getting quick. Here we go. We have about a lap and a half to go. Oh, that was close for James. He actually almost went in the grass there, but here we go, heading up through here. 6/10 the difference, 7/10 the difference as we head up into here, heading up down the straightaway into 130R once again, heading for the penultimate time.
Yeah, when there's 6 or 7 drivers, Royce Crown has been there, and now the gap 6 or 7 tenths. As here we go. Royce Crown into these final corners. He is going to be there down the front stretch. And if he passes him down the front stretch, that very well could be race over. Here we go. DRS is open for Royce Crown. We start the final lap in Japan as there's a lap car, Valentino Vaccarella. But anyways.
Yep, here we go. Royce Crown couldn't get there on the front stretch, but he does have a few opportunities in the rest of the lap here. Here we go, heading up through here. Royce Crown gets the dirty air all through the S's here. That's gonna hurt him quite a lot, but you never know. He might still have a chance. Jason charging up his ERS for later on the lap. Here we go, heading up through here. Royce Crown 7/10 the difference, 6/10 the difference as they head up into the right-hander for the final time. They both keep it nice and clean as they head up into the hairpin. Royce Crown not in striking distance to the hairpin. He's going to have to get really creative if he wants to get this move done. He's got to get closer, though. Here we go, heading up.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he made a mistake. Here we go, up through here. He's gained a lot through here, but yeah, at that time, James Deck was not charging up ERS. He's not going to charge up ERS for the rest of this lap. Here we go, heading up through here. 8/10 the difference. James Deck holding off the pressure from Royce Crown. Here we go, heading up into 130R for the final time. 7/10 the difference. Here we go, heading up into 130R. 6/10 the difference. 7/10 the difference. It's just hovering around that gap. 5/10 the difference. They head up into the chicane for the final time. A last send from Royce Crown. Not able to get there. Jaden Sadek for 2 races in a row. We've gotten 2 new race winners. Jaden Sadek wins for the first time at Formula Allegiant in Japan. What a win for Jaden Sadek. He's held off the pressure for the championship leader, Royce Crown, as Justin Jewell heads up through here into 130R. The Ferrari gonna finish third, going for probably the fastest lap. Here we go, heading up through here. The fast lap doesn't even give you a point though, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But can he get it heading up to the line? Justin Jewell, not able to get it, but heading up through here is Valentino Vaccarella also finishes 5th lap down. Forgot to mention that. Here comes Billy Kreger though. There's also Jonathan Abbott, who's lapped. He finishes in 6th as Billy Kreger, the final car to come over the line. The last car on the lead lap, the Alpine of Billy Kreger. He's going to finish in a pretty solid 4th place finish. As here comes the Alpine of Billy Kreger. Heading up to the final chicane, Billy Kreger finishes in the 4th position. What a race in Japan.
Yeah, flashback to 2025 Japan this year. Verstappen is able to hold off Norris. Props to James Sadek. He's been fighting for that first Formula Allegiant win for a long time. Pretty young.
Yep. It's alright. Here is your awards. Race winner James Sick. Fastest lap goes to Billy Kreger. Royce Kong gets driver of the day. Most overtakes goes to Valentino Vaccarella. As here's your results. James Sick wins the Japanese Grand Prix for the first time. First win for him. And then Royce Crown finished second. Justin Jewell third. Billy Kreger fourth. Valentino Vaccarella fifth. And Jonathan Hibbett with just a rough race. He finishes in the sixth position. And yep, now we'll go ahead and head to interviews here for the Japanese Grand Prix. But yeah.
Yeah. Really good race there. See everybody next week for the British Grand Prix and the reverse race. So that should be fun. And I'm gonna go ahead and get off.
Yep. It's alright. Man, that was quite the race. Is alright. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head into the interview room here. What a race that was, though, in Japan. Let's hear from the drivers. Head into the interview room now. Okay. My Discord is acting up. This is bad. Okay, I don't know what my thing is doing. Be right back. I'll real quick fix this. Oh, I got it fixed. I don't know what my computer was doing. It was so goofy. It like froze. But we're good now. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Here from the driver's side into the interview room now. All right.
Hey, Bryce.
All right. Let me go just pull up the results real quick. All right. All right. So we will go ahead and start off with Jonathan Hibbett. So Jonathan Hibbett, you ready?
Always, sir.
Yep. So it was just it was overall just a rough race in Japan, not the race you really wanted. You finished sixth, the lap down. So yeah, just take me through the struggles you had this race. Just walk me through it from your perspective.
First and foremost, all glory to God. But yeah, I didn't have the right setup in my car. Kind of went with a 32-28 wing balance, and yeah, it obviously didn't pay off. The collision with Justin really didn't help either. But that was 100% on me. I overreacted, must have actually not reacted at all, but yeah, that was on me. I had to pit for the wing damage, and it kind of just ruined the race from there. I didn't really put that much practice in. I was really playing 2K. So yeah, that didn't help either. So yeah, it was just lots of cons and no pros.
Yep. So yeah, we have Britain coming up next to the British Grand Prix. We also have reverse. It's also a reverse weekend once again, just like Austria. So how do you think you'll do in both the reverse and the normal British Grand Prix?
Uh, yeah, I think I'll do pretty good in Silverstone. Hopefully, just you know, try and prioritize on the mistakes and just try and bring home some good points.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to your fifth place finisher, Valentino Baccarella. So, Valentino Baccarella, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was yeah, it was awesome, but it was kind of a quiet day for you guys. It wasn't like the best race for you guys. You do finish fifth, a lap down, but yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective. You did also have a few good. You had a little bit of battle with Billy Kruger, so also just walk me through just that whole race from your perspective.
Yeah, so I started fifth, I think. On the start, I immediately got a position because the Alpine just didn't go fast. After that, I just kind of fell back a bit, went into my own pace, and just kind of ran around. I mean, I knew that I was gonna have to be on the hard tires if I wanted them to last, so I went for the two stop. Just didn't work out. I originally undercut it, or I guess overcut it, JC, but he passed me, and I just couldn't keep with him. I don't know how. It was just a bad situation. I mean, I didn't expect to do much today. I mean, I finished a lap down because I was like maybe 15 seconds behind the leader, and I didn't want to do another lap. I just let him by
Oh,
because I knew they were having a
sorry.
battle too, and I didn't want to like maybe go off and mess it up or anything. So it was just a boring race for me. I mean, just gotta do better next week. I mean, it's alright, just gaining points, try to get as many points as I can.
Yep. So yeah, we have the British Grand Prix coming up next, another reverse weekend. So yeah, just how do you think you'll do in Silverstone?
It's interesting because I mean the reverse tracks I'm usually pretty decent at. I mean I know I had an okay run in Austria. I think I forget if I DNF'd or not, but I
Yeah.
think I was running okay. I remember it was a chaotic race. Silverstone was the first track that I ran in reverse in this game. The only really problem spot for me is probably what I guess it'd be the third sector now, just the set of corners after what would be turn three. But I think I'll be okay. I mean, probably run par for the course. Just gotta hope it's good a race. It's not as chaotic as Austria. Maybe a few more people show up to this one so that it's more interesting for my part. Just trying to get as many points as I can throughout the season, just a little exploratory season, just see if I want to stick around. But overall, it was a fun day. I mean, I'm just glad I got out here and run. I'm excited for next week. I think it'll be a good opportunity to do well.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on. Actually, Billy Carter's in the race PC, so let's go ahead and move on to Justin Jewell, who finishes in the third position with great tire management throughout the whole race. So yeah, Justin Jewell, you ready?
Yeah, hello.
Yep. So yeah, you had a really different strategy, and it did kind of pay off for you guys. You stayed out quite a while on those hards. That was honestly pretty impressive that you're able to go like 20 laps on the hard tires. But yeah, just walk me through that race and what was your thought process for the strategies, and yeah, what more could you have done to get the win?
Well, I started the race fourth, obviously. I got around Jonathan Hibbett, like, towards the start of the race. I think got on the lead lap on the first lap. And then he made contact with me, so I got sent a little wide, lost DRS on the leaders. And then I decided that I was in clean air, so I was just going to try to go for the one stop. I was then around 70% on lap 20, and I probably should have pitted one lap before, but I wanted my mediums to be able to work with pushing like a decent amount, but I think ultimately too many mistakes. I was trying to keep up with the leaders at the end, and I just kept making mistakes because I could run their pace, but just with too many mistakes, you know. And
Yeah,
then I pitted for fastest lap because I don't remember if you guys do fastest lap point or not. Because
we don't.
some F125 leagues that I do have fastest lap point, and then I went wide in the double left like hairpin, so I didn't even get fastest lap. But I got a podium, I guess, with only 5 people or 6. It's not impressive enough for me, but whatever, you know.
Yep. So yeah, we have the British Grand Prix coming up, another reverse weekend. So How do you think you'll do there? It'll actually be your first reverse start of the season, so how do you think you'll do there?
Horrible. I'm horrible at Silverstone. Just like how I am with Japan. I don't know how to get into my groove, I guess you could say there. I'm just not the greatest at Silverstone.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and move on to your second place finisher, Royce Crown. So yeah, Royce Crown, you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, so your championship rivals didn't show up for this race, so that he did gain a lot of points still with that second place finish. But yeah, you were battling with James Steck pretty much the whole entire race. It was a very fun battle to watch. Yeah, and you went for the hards at the end. Obviously did the two stop like everyone else except for Justin Jewell, and yeah, and it kind of worked in the end, but it did hurt you in the short run, and unfortunately just wasn't able to get around Jane Steck. So yeah, just walk me through that race from your perspective and the battles you had with Jane Steck.
Yeah, race start was great. The whole race was a good battle with Jaden there. That last pit stop was a debate between staying out and getting enough of time to put on the softs. But I knew the tire offset would have been too great, and I would have been miles undercut. So I opted for the hards, and did what I could. Now, if there was one or two more laps in the race, things might have ended a little different. But overall, good race. Great defending from Sadek, and yeah, look forward to next week.
Yep. So yeah, we have obviously Silverstone coming up next. Another reverse weekend. You obviously won the first reverse race at Austria. So do you think you can do it again it's a Silverstone reverse race? And also, do you think you could win the normal British Grand Prix?
Definitely gonna try. So we'll see what happens. I've been pretty quick around Silverstone and Silverstone reverse. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yep. Alright, we're going to move on to your race winner for the first time in former Allegiant, Jane Steck. Jane Steck, you ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, you overall just had a great pace today, and you managed your tires really well. Honestly, maybe a little bit better than Royce Crown, and that really paid off. And you were able to, you also had the better tires at the end, the better compound tires at the end, because that's ultimately what got you the win because it was the preferred tire for that 7-lap run or so. But yeah, it was overall just a good race for you. So just walk me through that race from your perspective, battling with Royce Crown for your first win.
I think it was a nice race. Also, I think just setup wise, mostly built for the corners, and I think that in the first stint he couldn't really get past me because dirty air and all that stuff. So honestly, just try to save tires and then do the two stop. But it was overall a good race. I think the setup was nice. So.
Yep. So yeah, we have Silverstone coming up next. We obviously have a reverse race with that, and the normal race. So how do you think you'll do in Silverstone for both races?
I think Silverstone, I think I'm pretty good at it, just not my best track. But reverse might be a little bit different because I don't really do reverse tracks a lot. So we'll just see how it goes.
Yep. All right. Well, that'll do it for interviews. I guess Jan, you're the only one in the interview room. But yeah, thank you for racing. Congrats on your win. But I'll go ahead and do my outro for the stream. All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, overall pretty fun race in Japan, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Probably the reverse race will likely be on Thursday, because usually we don't do Thursday races because I have a league on Thursdays, but um, lucky for us, we've had off weeks on those Thursdays for that league, so that opens up my Thursdays, and we'll be able to do that on Thursday. Same thing as the Oshawa verse weekend. So yeah, we'll likely have the Silver Star verse race on Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time, and 7:30 or 4:30 Pacific Time. And then it'll be the same times for the river. My gosh, I cannot talk. The normal British Grand Prix. That will be on Friday at the same times as the reverse race. So yeah, we'll see you then. Most likely next Thursday. And yeah, but until then, this is Bryce Croft signing off.